Y'all, good morning. It is still, I'm like half an hour late. Pretty horrendous. Pretty horrible. Um, for the past two mornings, I have been late because of one thing. And that one thing is oatmeal. Yeah. Your boy's trying to eat oatmeal. Trying to get more fiber in my diet and stuff like that. And, dude, the past 2 days I've made it. And when you look at like directions on how to make it, they go like this. They go, okay, when you put it in, if you're putting it in the microwave, cook it for 2 to 3 minutes. So I go, bet 2 to 3 minutes. I'll split the difference and put it in for 2.5. I do that. Poof, it explodes. I mean, it just straight up, it literally exploded the first day. And so yesterday, I'm like, it exploded. So I had to like clean it up. And I was like trying to do all this stuff. And I was like, forget it. I'll eat breakfast sometime on break or something like that. This morning, I go, okay, 2.5 minutes was too long. I'll do the minimum amount that they want me to cook it for. I'll put it in for 2 minutes. It exploded again. And so I cleaned it up and I said, "Nah, I'm I'm putting my foot down here. I'm digging in my heels and spreading my lats, as Charlie would say. I'm I'm making a stand right now." And I did. I made it again, and I put it in for 1 minute, and it wasn't quite done enough, so I put it in for like another. After letting it cool for a little bit, I put it in for another 1 minute. Still wasn't right, and I've come to the conclusion that my microwave, which is a relatively new microwave, it goes too hard. So it's too high of like a temperature, and so I'm just gonna make it on the stove from now on. But that is why I have been late. Um, Today I am streaming until 11. That's the plan. Um, and I'm going to draw the whole time. The uh, words of advice or encouragement. This is my uh, this is my saying today. It is that you don't have to be perfect as long as you're consistent. If you're consistently imperfect, that is better than somebody who's inconsistently perfect. If you're showing up, you'll get to where you want to go. So that's where I'm at. So, ugh, this is his butt. Chicken no butt. Um. Anyways, there has been no improvement with the setup. Yesterday I went out with my buddy for like sort of his birthday, even though his birthday's technically today. But the setup will be improving this weekend. I promise. It might end up being on Sunday. It will probably be on Sunday, but it will be done. I did get a new webcam because I've come to the conclusion that the problem is this webcam. Um, Reason I say that is because it doesn't matter the lighting scenario, it will be like not good. And I think it just has a hard time like adjusting because yesterday when I was testing it, um, I had my normal setup that I have like right now, and I turned the overhead light on, and I like wasn't blown out at all, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'll just do that then. Like I don't mind having this overhead light on, if that's what it's got to be. And then I did it again this morning, and when I did it, I uh, looked blown out again, and I was like, what? I turned it off, and now I look kind of fine. Now, granted, if I go up close here, you can see way too much. Way too close. I'm going to try and turn this light on, and I'm going to hope this works. But if not, on Saturday, we getting a new webcam. So we got this light on. I mean, look at, brother. Why? It's this light right here. I'm pretty sure is the problem. But like, I like need to see what I'm drawing. What I'm drawing is more important than me. So I don't know. This is what we getting from for now. Like, I don't understand why it's so crazy. Anyway, it don't matter. Yeah. Streaming until 11 today. I have some appointments I have to go to. So yeah. But I'm gonna try and stream just every day. I was like, maybe I should do like a day off, but I think if anything, maybe I'll just do like a reduced stream time, but we'll see. I want to consistently, if I can, hit 6 hours eventually. And I've been increasing my time streaming by an hour every single time. So it's been like 2 and 3. So today, the goal is to hit 4 and stream till 11. And yeah, a lot the same as yesterday as well. Going to do some warm-ups and stuff like that. And just try and overall improve. Gonna create something, and then I'm going to do some drills at the end of the day. And I'm gonna do more figure drawing stuff. And I'm going to do more practice with hands, because I still feel like I'm struggling with it. I felt like yesterday I was like not doing that good, so that's where I'm at. But yeah, I think for the styling of everything that I'm gonna do, this is me somewhat thinking out loud, so I do apologize, but I think for the styling of everything that I'm gonna do, I almost want it to be like practical. I want it to feel like really low budget. I mean, it is low budget, but I want it to feel low budget, and I want it to be very like practical. Like I want it to be very much like, you know, I want it to feel like I roll out, like I put like a title card down, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm on break or something like that. On break, be back in 5. Something like that. I haven't quite decided how I want that to look yet, but we will get there. So, yeah. Anyways, like I don't know if is it from this? Like I had a piece of paper there. Wow, I actually feel like that made a difference. How bizarre. Alright. Anyways, y'all, as always, let's warm up. And I also probably should eventually put this on a different desk, because this desk is, okay. I guess I just don't want to cast too many shadows, but whatever. As always, y'all, let's warm up. Also, I fully expect this pen to run out of ink today. I ordered more cartridges, but they're not coming until Saturday, along with the new webcam. So, I mean, hopefully. And if that happens, maybe I'll get some like fine liners out, and you can see y'all can see me really cook. Man, this pen is just so awesome. Me saying that every day. I do love this pen though. Oh my god, I'm so blown out. Like, this is crazy. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I gotta fix this so bad. Maybe I'll turn my webcam off and I just won't worry about it for today. Yikes. Maybe I will do that for today. But y'all won't be able to see my pretty face. I don't know. But I mentioned yesterday I was going to be drawing frogs, which are my favorite animal, and do a proper study on them. So I did. Oh, I hope that's not too loud. I did do a little bit of research on them. So, yeah. We will be doing that today. Dude, if I like lean forward at all, it's chalked. I don't know what it is. It's upsetting me, genuinely. That is slightly better. I don't know. Okay. That's the last of me worrying about it. I promise. Because sometimes I think it's easy to like see people who have great setups or things like that, who are like maybe a little bit farther along than you, and go, if I just had XYZ, like I would be where they're at. But the thing is, bro, like if you look at where they probably started with like honestly less than you have. Like they probably started with like, you know, some sort of like jank setup, like that's what I'm saying. Like you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. And as long as you're showing up, you'll get to where you want to go. I have faith in all these lines and stuff. Even though they don't look that good right now. They will eventually. I do think eventually I'm gonna ditch the sketchbook and I'm just going to do loose leaf paper because I think that, I don't know if y'all can relate, but drawing on like an elevated surface is sometimes affects stuff. But yeah, like my dream setup is so far removed from where I am now, but that doesn't mean that I can't still put work in. So I have been drawing this robot guy like almost every day that I've been warming up. Don't know why. Like I feel like my camera has some sort of weird like autofocus or something like that. But it's okay. Me fixating on it. Yeah, just recently, kind of right before I started streaming, I was focusing really hard on like facial features, and I feel like I learned them pretty well. And I did like a lot of I kind of did like a new procedure protocol, which is what I'm gonna try and implement now, and that's what I've kind of been doing. But um, I realized that that's something that I could probably do with like hands and figure drawing, since that's kind of what I've been struggling with, and so it's something I should be doing. Um, but yeah, it's like a lot of stuff that focuses on like drawing from imagination and all that good stuff. Hmm. I can't quite put my finger on what the problem is. But I don't know. I guess I'm getting a new one, so I just shouldn't even worry about it. The rubber duck I had was like a punk duck, and bro had like Liberty spikes. Did he have he might have had a leather jacket too, actually, now that I think about it. Like a little leather vest. Did he? Boy, now I can't even remember. I think he might have, but I'm not 100% sure. Boy, now I'm kind of having trouble remembering. I mean, talk about a nice pen, bro. Look how quick it filled that in. Goated. Goated duck. I'm so far to the side that this is literally like straight up for me. Like with how I'm turned. Not exactly, but yeah, I wonder if well, that made it worse. Yeah, I think I'm gonna set an off-stream goal for better pen control. I'm also trying to do some more work in Procreate. You know, I've done like a ton of stuff in like, Photoshop, Illustrator, but then like after school, I really stopped using them. And now they like, I don't know. Now they like train AI and stuff with it, and so I'm like, I haven't really been back to it, and I've been a little hesitant too. And I was like, you know what, I'll give Procreate a try. Like everyone rants about Procreate, and I did. And I like it enough. Like it's pretty fun, but I feel pretty clanky with it still, and I'm still kind of working on it because I felt like through school and stuff when I was doing like Illustrator, well, it almost feels like a blend between like digital art and then like traditional, which is really cool. But there's definitely a bit of like a learning curve. You'd think being somebody who's done both traditional and digital that I would like grasp it really well, but I find that I haven't found like a workflow that necessarily works well for me yet. And for some reason everything that I like I can make stuff that looks cool. In fact, maybe I'll show stream some stuff that I've maybe I'll show you guys some stuff that I've made, but it just takes me so long. I don't know what it is. Like I think it's because maybe with it I can control everything, and so I spend a lot of time like doing that. That's probably what it is, but I don't know. Anyway. Bro, I'm so happy and excited to be here. Y'all don't even know. If anyone is wondering why I'm doing lines so like in all these different angles and stuff like that, and like kind of so haphazardly, is because I had a professor who always taught that like if there is an angle that you're uncomfortable drawing, to just drill it. Um, so like for example, like if you're uncomfortable, kind of you know doing straight vertical lines on kind of the opposite side of your dominant side, then like drill those, and eventually you'll kind of get the muscle movement, you know, down. So that's just something that I've worked on. Also, I would say that if there are situations where you're uncomfortable, it's perfectly fine to just rotate the canvas or rotate the paper or the page, whatever, to do things where you're comfortable at. I just don't because I'm on stream. That's just the only reason. Bro, I cannot wait for this webcam to come in. It's going to look so much better. Things are going to be so nice. I'm very excited for it. It's going to be good. But, okay, guys. Good warm-up. Next thing that we are going to do is frogs. I'm going to go on break and maybe do a little bit of dishes on break. Isn't that fun? Oh, okay. Sorry about that. All right. I shall return. And also, I'll bring back my drawings that I did on Procreate so yeah, you guys can see. Ooh. Yo. Okay, hopefully this will show. This is like one thing that I'm like the most proud of. There's this beetle that actually, I don't know if it shows up. Yeah, it kind of shows up. Greasy iPad. What bro doing with that? Why is it so greasy? um, but yeah, so I'm actually working on trying to do more. Um, I have some studies, uh, like I have some more stuff too. Like currently trying to draw it from a different angle as well. Um, I was working on that the other day actually, while I was hanging with the missus, and I have a couple other things. I have a couple other things as well. One thing is, speaking of the missus, um, she wanted a new business card. So I made her this little font for it, kind of customized it. It says alternative hairstylist, or hair artist, excuse me, for those who can't read that type of stuff. um, she wanted to kind of have that vibe. Um, and then another thing is my dad, he wanted a shirt that was like a play on Chick-fil-A, but it said Punk Fella. So kind of made that. Kind of coincidence, actually. I wasn't even thinking about that. And there's like a whole bunch of other stuff on here that I could probably show. Here's like a cool little pixel art. I forgot I made this. This is kind of cool. Little pixel art potted plant. Y'all, pixel art is so fun. Here's something I made for my cousin's band that I don't think they've used, but I did make it for his band. I made a bunch of stuff for his band actually. Um, yeah, I think that's most of the like good stuff that I made. Also made some custom character sheets for a TTRPG. That's customized for characters, and I have not finished it. um, yeah, I haven't finished it, but those are some of the things I've made on here. Like a sword design for a tattoo. Um, Another thing for the band. So just little things here and there. Um, but I haven't felt like I've made any like grand like pieces with it yet. The beetle is my favorite thing that I've made. Oh yeah, I started toying around. This was also when I was designing stuff for my girlfriend. So, um, actually here, let me zoom in. But I made, obviously her being a hairstylist, I thought it would be cool to make like a cyber sigillism pair of scissors, and I don't think she liked it very much, but I thought it was really cool. I feel like that could be like a unique design. It does kind of almost look like a bouquet of flowers. I might tweak it a little bit. I don't know if maybe I'll return to that because I actually quite like that. But that's my Procreate experience and journey. So not the most things ever. But I want to start doing more stuff in it. And then also, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Magma before. It's like a online, I'm actually going to turn you guys this way. Like, that looks so good. Like, why can't it just stay like that? I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Magma before, but it's a lot like Photoshop, basically. And it's just like an online tool that actually has multiplayer, so you can like draw with friends and work on projects together. I digress, but it's pretty cool, and I really like it. Um, and that's something that I kind of want to mess around with a little bit more as well. That I just haven't yet, but um, yeah, it's on the agenda to do that. I do like a lot of traditional stuff on here because uh, that's kind of my focus, but I think maybe eventually I'll maybe do some digital stuff on here too. I'm just more drawn to it, and right now I'm in a phase in my life where it's like what I want to do is just a lot of traditional stuff, specifically drawing. Like, I just want to become goated at drawing. That's where I'm at. So that's what I'm focusing on. Um, but yeah. So that's my update. Okay. That was probably so loud, sorry. We are going to do frogs today. We're drawing frogs today. Frogs and toads. My favorite animal. My favorite aminal. I'll set a timer. So I want to do a proper study, so I'll probably bring up a photo in a second here. But does anybody know the difference between a frog and a toad? Yes, you, Jimmy, in the back. Well, one is definitely cooler than the other. Jimmy, depending on what you say here, that is correct or incorrect. Well, I think that frogs are cooler. Jimmy, go flip your stick to yellow. What? No, but I didn't even do anything. Sorry, I just peaked the audio. Bro, getting a little too into it. Yeah, I think I am partial to toads. And I know what you're thinking. You go, but Trevor, if that's the case, why do you say that frogs are your favorite animal? And to that I say, I don't know, but I do. But difference between them is a couple things. Well, first of all, it's mostly in the skin and the size. Toads happen to be a lot wider. They're a lot chunkier than frogs traditionally are. They've got a wider build. I mean, their head's wider. Their bodies are usually wider. And I think it is so cute. Ooh, this is not the greatest, but it's okay. But yeah, frogs are really wide. and um and I'm sorry, toads are really wide and frogs are really narrow. So that's kind of the difference between them. um, Now the other difference is the texture in their skin. Frogs are usually have moist skin, and some like the ones that are toxic will secrete toxins from their skin. Versus toads are a lot more dry. They have really bumpy, coarse, dry skin, and they tend to be a lot more. Well, the toxins that they carry, if they are toxic, is on the inside, and they have these big glands behind their eyes that produce that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pull up some pictures and we'll do a proper study of some frogs and toads. Now, where I live in Michigan, there are, I mean, it's the freshwater capital of the world, baby. We got so much of the fresh water in the world that we got lots of frogs. And toads for that matter. The most common one is called the spring peeper, and I'm not making that up, that's what it's called. We also have bullfrogs here, like the American bullfrog. We have some endangered ones as well. We have some cool desert toads, like the Colorado River toad, the Sonoran desert toad. Pretty cool. And I like all of them. Another big difference is frogs and toads. Frogs have really long legs, and they tend to do big jumps, whereas toads do really little leaps, and they have shorter legs that are typically a little bit farther back in their body. But yeah, let's just start off with the American bullfrog because I was talking about them. They're pretty crazy. They're carnivorous, and they will eat mice and birds and crazy stuff like that. So they're like they're beasts, man. Um, but yeah, so let's get into it. I remember in school, anytime I had to flip my stick, it was like over the most arbitrary stuff ever. Trevor, do you really think that Captain Underpants is a good book for silent reading? Yeah? Um, excuse me, miss. Do you know that this is literary peak? I don't think so. Go flip your stick to yellow. What? No! And me flipping my stick to yellow, I mean, forget it. It was like the end of the world for me. I mean, I was truly devastated when it happened. Also, I feel like frogs have these big hip bones. Since they have legs that are so long. Versus toads who just kind of be chilling. Man, I'm the king of not giving myself enough room. It's okay, I'll draw over this little toad blob thing. It's no big deal. Guys, have I mentioned that I'm happy and excited to be here? And if so, how many times? This guy's leg is actually kind of in the water. It's kind of hard to see what his foot looks like. So I'm just kind of going off what I think it looks like. I'm slightly figuring it out with the webcam. I'm just going to be cut off. Sorry, guys, for a second. But yeah, like I was saying, since the spring peeper is like one of the most common frogs um, in Michigan, I just remember me and my brother would go to this nature center all the time, and they had like the little robot voices that would say like, the frogs' names and everything. Like you'd click it and it would be like American bullfrog or crap like that, right? And there was one that said spring peeper, and we would go there, and every time we went, all we would do is just keep clicking it, and he would just keep saying spring peeper, and it was like, as a kid, that was like the funniest thing I ever heard. Okay, cool. So like one drawing down, I kind of want to get one that has like um, a better image of their legs because I want to be able to see um, other angles. There we go. This one's pretty good. So here's the methodology that I use when I do studies. This is what I was talking about that I do earlier and how I like learned like the facial features pretty well. You draw from reference a couple times. I might have mentioned this before actually, but you draw from reference a couple times and then you draw from memory and then you just slowly correct your mistakes. We using a reference, draw it again, correct your mistakes, and you just keep going until eventually you'll kind of pick it up. So right now I'm trying to learn kind of the main shapes. And another good thing that really helps is to like um, basically create like simple forms for them for like what you're drawing. So like with this study that I'm doing right here, I'll actually make some simple forms here. Okay, well, you know, they like kind of almost have like three, like their legs basically bend and like. But yeah, so you just break it down into basic forms, and that'll make it easier to like repeat in the future. Because eventually, what we'll do is we'll draw these guys from memory, try and draw them a little bit. And once we can draw them from memory pretty well, we will start to like add different things. I'll start drawing them like doing stuff. Start drawing one as like a pharmacist or something. Yeah, okay. I'm kind of getting it. And their feet are just like this big. They're just even longer. Yeah, but it's crazy how like they'll eat mice. Like you got to think how big of a frog it has to be for them to eat mice. Also, fun fact, they live from like 10 to 12 years, which is you just wouldn't expect that. I feel like when you see a little creature, you just go, that guy's probably going to die in a year. You know, like you just don't expect them to have as long as a lifespan as they really do. Um, but yeah, this could probably be a bit more. Ugh. And then it's always good to continue to drill it more and more. Ugh. Make sure y'all are hydrating. My big water bottle. Yeah, I need to make sure to remember that their mouth kind of curls out. I'm gonna turn my reference off here. I accidentally just screenshotted. Oops, it's fine. And I want to see if I can draw just a head for memory. So, let me cover this up. This stuff. Um, I don't really have like paper or nothing. Not sponsored, but good book has helped me out. I love how their hands and their arms just sort of twist in. It's so funny. Like it makes him look so buff. I just think it's mm, not the greatest foot I've ever made. But I would say that's pretty good. Not too far off from you, boy. Oh, I forgot to do this little circle. But so that's pretty much the methodology. There is you do these studies where you draw them, and then you draw these guys. Try and do it from memory. Now, after this, there's 2 minutes left, so yeah, I'll explain this and then we'll go on break. So after this break, this is the plan. You should basically like try your best to then do things like draw it from different angles or add stylistic changes to them. Like for example, I might make them like more anthropomorphic, and I'll like make them like I'll make the American bullfrog like American, so I'll like make them eat McDonald's or something like that, like whatever Americans do, um, and you just do stuff like that. Like once you can draw it from memory and you can begin to draw it from all angles, you correct your mistakes, and from there you'll be able to draw it literally however you can imagine it. And that's just the methodology with just literally everything. Um, but I think it's important to do studies of other things too, because sometimes I fall in the trap of like I just need to do anatomy, I just need to do this, I just need to do that, and so it's like if you can it's important to learn from all elements, otherwise you'll become rigid and stale. On my Uncle Iro type beat, that guy taught me how to do everything basically. Um, but anyway, so yeah, next we'll draw. Next we'll try and draw this guy from other angles, and uh, yeah, and if I can do that, we'll correct any mistakes I make. Because one thing I don't know if I could do very well is draw them from the bottom yet, because I haven't really seen them that well. But I might be able to draw them from the top pretty okay. But once we can draw them from all angles, we'll be able to begin to like do some like really cool stuff with it. So yeah. Um, okay, break time. I will be back 8:16 maybe. Shall return. Ugh. notice that my 5 minute breaks are just getting shorter and shorter? Ugh. I think I probably should just leave stream um, for 5 minutes. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. And if I gotta go to the restroom or something or grab like a snack, it's not a big deal, but I should just be here. Yeah. I am very happy with my frog drawing. I think it turned out pretty well. Pretty well. I like the exaggerated like hip here. I like how he looks. It's like very. It protrudes a lot. I think it's really cool. So cool. And if y'all ever heard them fight or seen them fight, they throw down and they make crazy noises too. So yeah. Um. But yeah, in a second here we can get going again. Try and draw this homie from different angles and such. How long have we been going? An hour already? Wow. Feels like it's been like 20 minutes. That's a good thing. Especially because I'm going till 11 today. I've been looking back at the recordings just to like see how things are. And besides it not being good quality, like at all, beyond that, I have been noticing that I've been saying a time and then deciding a different one. And like one thing that you should know about me is I'm a very like, shall we say, off the cuff person. And I tend to do that. Like I sometimes don't make decisions till it's decision time. And I'll just make it right then and there. Which is something that I should work on. But yeah. Yeah. Like if I don't make a schedule, sometimes I can just get really carried away doing random crap. So it's good for me to like stay on track and all that. But anyway, y'all, I've been having the strangest problem with my PC. And I suspect it might be my camera, but this webcam, this one right here, is a Lumix G7. It's like a 4K camera. And I have it into like a USB capture card. And every single time when I turn my PC back on after powering it off, none of my monitors detect anything. I have two monitors set up. I have one here and one here. None of it gets detected, and my PC doesn't display. And I've tried to like do all the like things that people recommend. It's getting to the point where like I don't know what else to try because I've turned off fast boot up or whatever that is. That's like a common setting. I've turned off the settings on OBS that are usually the cause for monitors not displaying. Same thing with my USB and stuff like that, and I just don't know what it could be. And it's happened every day, and every day I implement a different fix, and I'm like, this probably fixed it. And then the morning of, I wake up like 6 a.m. I go turn my computer on. It's the first thing like I do. I turned it on, and sure enough, nothing is displayed. But I'm like starting to wonder if maybe it's like a power issue because my fan will like it's really weird because I turn my PC on, and this monitor right here automatically detects it and powers on. Like I don't have to like turn it on. It automatically detects it, so it powers on, but then it goes no signal and then powers back off in like a little bit. But my like fan light will come on and it'll just be like whirring super loud like it's trying to like start up, and I'm like, maybe it's a power supply issue. But I just got a new power supply, and I also got a new graphics card like just like a month ago, less than a month ago, maybe like 3 weeks ago at this point. Yeah, I think 3 weeks ago on the dot actually. So it's like it's like I'm like, it can't be that, right? I don't know. I mean, I suppose it could, but that would be really disappointing if it was the case. I don't know, but I'm running out of things to check. So if anybody has any ideas, y'all let me know. Um, I have a cousin who is really really tech savvy who I always like will ask these questions too, and I'll probably shoot him a text and be like, hey man, you know what's going on? But anyway, um, hope everyone's staying consistent with their goals and plans and all that stuff. Um, I'll show y'all what I've been doing to stay consistent. Um, I found this app called Scriptable on my phone. I don't know if you can see, but oh, let me see if I can get my camera to. Yeah. And so all you have to do is, you have it's basically like a heat map. And so this is like what my home screen looks like, and I'm just able to essentially like um tap on whatever it is. Like for example, I drew today. So I'll toggle that and it updates my streak. And so now I have a 5-day streak. And so as I go through and do these, usually I will do the rest of them at the end of the day. I'll toggle drawing when I actually draw, but the rest I'll do at the end of the day. But, bro read Atomic Habits once and learned that streaking is like OP. So if you can do something that makes you accountable for like a streak, it's good. Okay, all right, let's lock back in here. So I'm gonna do another drawing or study of a frog who's like upside down, just so I can get the full scope. And once I have that, and I've kind of seen him from all angles, I will I'll I'll be good to start drawing. Sorry, that just threw me off. I'll draw him from more from memory. Bro, I love how buff they look. Like homie just looks like he's ready to tussle at any minute. I've been thinking about the movie Adventures of Tintin a lot lately, and I am thinking about rewatching it. Um, because that movie was so good. I really wish that they would make another one. I heard a rumor like a year ago that they were gonna make another one, and so in preparation, I like uh, I watched it, and then just like nothing came of it. And I think I think I researched it and it was a rumor maybe, or I don't remember. It was something like that. But I was like so disappointed. I was like, oh man. Okay, his face could use a little bit of work. And I should maybe draw him a bit bigger. Yeah, I'll redraw it a bit bigger. Sorry, y'all. I'm like out the camera, basically. Maybe if I just move it over here. Oh, maybe this is the way. Hold up. We'll run it from more of a side angle. Hold up, let me turn y'all. Nope, didn't fix anything. Awesome. Well, then I'm putting y'all back. No, bro. I just shouldn't mess with it. I don't know. I think this should be a bit wider. Should kind of be more like this. Yeah, kind of like that. That's pretty good. Oh man, this is killing me. But yeah, they're so funny. Look at them. awesome. Okay, enough of drawing his head. Let me draw this fella from upside down. Unfortunately, well, I was gonna say unfortunately, you don't like seeing these fellas upside down. You don't want to see him belly up. Didn't give myself enough room yet again. Okay. So, I mean, kind of having seen them from a lot of different angles, it's going to be a bit easier to Okay. So we're going to try and draw them from memory from different angles here. Now that I've kind of done a decent study. So let's do that. I have a feeling this thing's going to run out soon. I know I've said that a couple times, but it's true. Maybe I'll unpackage this bad boy and we'll use him for a little bit. Even though I think this is my fave. I would like those. I just feel as though I haven't been able to get them to perform that well on the paper that I've used. Now, have I used kind of crazy, not the greatest, paper? Yes, that is true, but that's sometimes how it's got to be. I don't know if you guys ever do this, but I definitely do it. I have these moments where I will just straight up combine words when I say them. So instead of saying sometimes how, I said somethow and just stuff like that. I don't know if y'all ever do that, but I be doing that way too much. Okay. I've just been using my phone. I'll just turn this off. I have my NAS server, uh, and that's what I use for like music and stuff like that. Which is very nice. If y'all don't know what an NAS server is, you should look into it. It's pretty cool, and I feel like it's something that could be so much more mainstream than it is. But okay, let's try and do like a crazy angle out the gate. Okay. Hmm. Okay. I did the thing where I tried to draw the thing from behind again. I don't know why I always do that. I feel like it's because I like don't want to like forget that it's there or something like that. So I don't know. I think that's probably part of it. That's like maybe passable. That's okay. We keep working. We're gonna eventually kind of correct these. I'm just gonna draw for the rest of the time, and then when I'm done, I'll come back and I'll correct them a little bit. Yeah. Wow. I just realized I'm on my third cycle already. Holy crap. That is good. Okay. Cool. I mean, that's a good frog. I mean, can't be mad about that. Can't be mad about that. Um, so I'm pretty happy with it actually. Um, I might try and redo this. So like when you're checking like your drawings and stuff like that, and trying to draw things from all different angles and stuff, it's good to be able to. Let's see, do I have like a red pen or like a colored pen? Here, I have like a blue pen. It's good to like check and see the three dimensionality of it. So, oh my god, is this pen dead? I mean, does this look like a dead pen to you? No, okay. So like it's good to check to see the three dimensionality of it. And stuff to like improve. And so like here I didn't draw the box the tightest to it, but like it could probably pay to have the bottom shown, but then also a bit more of the front here. You know, like I could have even maybe done the other eye, right? And then had the side go out here like that. So you could see sort of the top too. Like this one, the three dimensionality is pretty solid, I would say. Like, you know, so that's just something to keep in mind and think about when you're drawing. And sometimes what I'll even do is I'll just draw a bunch of boxes out and I'll like draw the things in the boxes, like try and make them fit. So honestly, I need to do this with humans. Bro saying that like he ain't a human. I need to do that more with people to like improve. But you know, the thing is, with humans, we've got so much biology, and you know, we're basically like made to be able to see differences in like subtle differences in human forms and stuff like that. So it's a lot. You're definitely going to be much more of a critic when drawing humans than like anything else, because like, you know, if somebody has like a hyper minute shift in where their eye is located like on their body, that's going to change like so much versus like, you know, like it could be like a half a millimeter shift in somebody's eye and like you'll pick it up like instantly, because that's just how humans are wired. um, and stuff. So yeah. um, but anyway, okay, with the timer running out here, I am going to take a little break here. um, yeah, and like run to the restroom and stuff, so I shall return. Be right back, y'all. Yo, I have returned. You know what I was thinking about? I was just doing some tidying up and I saw that there was like our recyclables that were full. And like we just do these big Nino's bags. Bro, I'm like, why am I yawning? I was watching the stream over and I'm like, why do I yawn so much during, like, I feel like I don't normally do that. Anyways, back to the what I was saying. We have these big Nino's bags, right? And I was like noticing. I love the art that they have on it. They have these really cool um, strawberries and stuff that they have on the side of the Nino's bags, and I was like, they have like really thick line work, and I was like, they're really cool. I don't know. Thought they looked kind of cool. Anyhow, okay. I try to kind of draw them from the back. I mean, the proportions aren't the greatest, but I think it's maybe passable. Um, I'll have to do some review on that. So I feel like I don't really. I'm having trouble picturing it. I'm pretty sure this is how the hips connect because when you draw it from the front, they kind of you don't really see that back connection because it's kind of always covered. Since it has these two zigzag motion, like it comes out from the back, bends at the knee, and then bends again for the foot. And it's kind of like Z shape. So, yeah, pretty sure that's it. But if you can just challenge yourself to do just crazy stuff, like, you know, the best you can, and then just correct any mistakes you make, which we should do review, honestly.
Okay, this is kind of the way, but not the. I didn't draw his feet the greatest. It's okay. Hmm. Something like this. Yeah, I messed up. But if you can just draw them from crazy angles like this, you're gonna be golden. God dang it! I always do this wrong. Bro said, "Hello, dear comrade." Yo, you like frogs? Kind of trying to draw them from different angles. Oh, this guy's kind of cut off. My fault, y'all. Yeah, I think the thing for me that could really use some review is some is the legs, which is kind of important for the frogs. Because I feel like I'm understanding everything else pretty well. Dude, you prefer toads? Bro, me too. Literally, like earlier in the stream, I was talking about how I prefer toads as well. I think I think after this, I'm gonna practice drawing toads too. Um, where I live, there's like tons of water. Like I live in Michigan, so we have like tons of fresh water. So we've got like lots of toads and frogs as well. And where I live, we get toads like all over, and they're just so chill. Like they're just on the side of the road, chilling. But okay, thanks, man. Yeah, I feel like another animal that I really like is snails too. Maybe one day I'll draw snails. Yeah, that's not the greatest. I feel like they always end up in these like really tragic circumstances, similar to like hamsters, how they always I feel like perish really tragically. There's always like somebody who did that. I have a buddy who kind of did that too, which is sad because they're just chilling, but they croaked. But yeah. All right, we can do some toads now. We can do like a toad study. Um yeah. I'm going to pull out a photo and we'll start doing toad studies. So the toad that I'm drawing is a Colorado River toad, and they're like the biggest American toad species. So the idea with what I'm doing here is I'm trying to draw things from memory. So my methodology is I'm kind of just doing the studies from photos first, and then once I have got it down from drawing it from photos and I kind of remember it, I'll challenge myself to try and draw it from memory without using a photo, and then just like correct mistakes and continue to go. But yeah, toads look just so much more. They look like they almost look like angry, kinda, and they're so much like rounder. You said that sounds horrible. I'm nothing without references. Well, bro, this is how you get there. You just practice. I'm not that good either, but as long as you just keep showing up and you keep trying, bro, you'll get there. Like it's just about being consistent. I'm kind of doing a lot of things at the same time. I'm also trying to like learn how to use these brush pens, which I don't have that much experience with, honestly. Um, like I was using these ones, and like I feel like you see these ones on social media all the time, and they're pretty good, and I like using them. But I found this one, which is like the Pentel. It's like UK pocket brush, and I really like these ones. But I am about to run out of ink. I ordered more, but they're not coming in until tomorrow, unfortunately. So I might have to go back to those ones if I run out here. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Honestly, what's helped me the most with that, and actually this is what I did yesterday, was I was doing just like gesture drawing. I feel like it kind of unlocks things in your mind because sometimes it's hard to. I feel like you see poses get repeated a lot, and sometimes they can feel common. Um, but when you do gesture drawing, I mean, like you can see all the different poses, and it sort of unlocks it to be in your in your bank. And then another thing too is when I'm drawing, I try to invent like a narrative. Like when I'm drawing people, anyway, I try and invent like a narrative because that kind of almost invents like a need for me to come up with new poses. I'm like, well, if this guy was trying to like catch, a frisbee, just something weird, it can kind of put images in your head of like just a pose that you wouldn't normally consider or think of. Bro, this toad is so cool. I literally love him. Dun, dun, dun. One thing that's a big difference between toads and frogs too is their legs are toads have legs that are like way farther back than frogs. So they're kind of like more off to the side. Should be a bit wider. Okay. He's not the prettiest, but I love him. Yeah, the big thing is they've got these big glands back here, and it kind of makes their eyes look a lot more like bulbous, kind of. These glands, compared to like frogs, carry toxins. It's really just like alligators versus crocodiles. Yeah, true. True. Like very subtle differences. I feel like it's mostly in the skin, too, because frogs have like really textured skin. Comrade, what's your favorite animal? It is. It's tough. It's kind of like your favorite color because I feel like sometimes it switches. Extinct or alive? Well, now you have me interested in what the extinct one would be. Yeah, I don't even know what my. I never knew like a lot about dinosaurs or anything like that, so it was never really my forte. So I don't. I feel like whenever I say what my favorite dinosaur is, it's like kind of basic. Is it La? I never heard of that. I have to look that up. I don't know what that is. Oh, typo? No, no sweat, no sweat. I was like, that sounds like a mythical creature. Like if something has just like three letters in its name, that's a mythical creature. Oh, Leviathan? That's cool. That's a yeah. I've never even considered what my favorite extinct animal would be. I'd have to think about that. I don't know. Dodos are cool because they're just kind of funny. I remember back in the day when I played a little like just a little bit of um oh god, what's that game called? Like Ark, is it Ark Survival, I think, something like that. And I would always just make a dodo farm. Not Leviathan. Oh, a, you right. Livyatan. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. An extinct whale. All right, bet. I'll look that up in just one sec. Let me finish this toad. Bro, unearthing some knowledge. Yeah, Ark Survival Evolved, yeah. All right, let me look this bad boy up. Oh, dang. This thing looks crazy. This thing looks crazy. I'll draw one. Yeah, I never heard of this. Isn't it just so crazy that these things just like roamed the earth? Like I can't even imagine like when people talk about going back in time. I feel like it would be cool to do like a to go to the prehistoric era. You know, survival chances are low, sure, but like it would be really dope to just see like what roamed the planet. It kind of goes up more like this. Yeah, this thing is dope. I've never seen this before. Yeah, true. Would have got gobbled up. Yeah, this is cool. I'm gonna have to do some more research and draw some more prehistoric creatures. The scale in which I drew him at makes it look like the frogs are the same size as him. Giant frogs. Giant toads. You get the idea. Looks good, you did well. Superman whales are from the same family tree. That's why they look similar. Interesting. I'm assuming you mean sperm whales. That's cool. That's really cool. I did not know that. I knew what you meant. I know what you meant. Superman whales. They have like a cape on. All right. Now I'm gonna try and draw without a reference these toads. See if I can't get something going. Yeah, that's right. And they have these big glands. I should have drawn that as well. Yeah, it should be more like this. Get these round things too. Comrade, do you do art as well? Ooh, interesting. I never knew that. In the inner corner of your eye? Hmm. Yeah, I did not know that. It's crazy that like I don't know when you like look at the biology of everything, we like have relations to other creatures and stuff. Very fascinating. So you like watching biology documentaries? Interesting. I do as well. I should do it more. Wasn't there one that just came out recently that was like kind of popular like on Netflix or something? Um oh god, what's it called? I forget, but I think there was one like a big documentary series that just came out recently. Okay. I don't use Netflix, sorry, I don't know. Bro, you're good. I don't really use it either. Hence why I haven't watched it. I just know about it. Okay. Oh, bro, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like, honestly, I am definitely quiet sometimes. I mean, bro, you're the first viewer I've literally ever had. But yeah, I'm just doing this because I would be drawing anyway. You know, like this is stuff that I would just be doing anyhow. And so I'm like, might as well like, stream it, right? Try and build a community and stuff. So I appreciate that. You're a real one. Yeah, this is like my third stream ever. So I'm trying to work out the kinks still. I want to add maybe like music or something. Make things like a bit more relaxing. I just have not gotten to that point yet. But I will. Mm, not the greatest. Yeah, hands are something I really struggle with. So um I've been trying my best to practice them, kind of drill them as much as I can. Another reason why you switched to a cartoonish style, bro. That's sick. When I was a kid, I used to like want to be like a cartoonist because I would like wake up and all I would do is just be like watch cartoons, and it just became like I loved it, and all I would do is just watch it and like draw them. So, but yeah, we've kind of had opposite journeys. I feel like because I used to be a lot more cartoonish, and I feel like I will still dabble because I would say I'm definitely more of like a generalist. Like I just love art, so it doesn't really matter what I'm drawing. Honestly, as long as I'm doing it, I'm happy. Um, but I will say I haven't really been doing cartoon stuff as much as I used to. But that's cool though. What kind of stuff inspired you? Like for me, bro, I loved like Generator Rex and Ben 10 and like I mean all the classic ones like Chowder. Actually, the creator of Chowder came to my school in high school and did like a little demonstration. Speaking of cartoons, remember the one cartoon about kids versus adults and a large tree base? Yeah, Codename Kid Next Door. Of course, yeah. I love Candy.
Yeah, I remember that was so cool. Be watching that. Makes me mistrust adults. Yeah, with uh they all had like numbers for names. Um yeah, like Nigel number 1. Bro had the glasses and he was bald. Kind of trying to remember how he looked. Didn't he have did he have like a football shaped head? I'm gonna look now. Um Let me look. Cuz now cuz now I'm interested. He did have like a football shaped head. Okay, I think I could have drawn that from memory. Yeah, he had the crazy Tims on. I'll draw him real quick. So you remember it was something stupid? I don't necessarily remember mine. I kind of attribute it to cartoons, honestly, but I don't think I had a specific, quote unquote call to action. I think that I just one day was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I mean, my dad was always artistic growing up, and as a kid, I loved his stuff. My dad has this like really crude art style, and I really liked. I loved watching him draw, and I think that that definitely inspired me a lot. And then that mixed with like watching cartoons, I was like I should do that. I love their outfits in Codename Kids Next Door. The way that they draw clothes is really cool. I don't remember who the artist is, but it's like so it's like almost like bubbly kinda. That's very sweet, Lord Drop. Yeah, yeah. Every year for Valentine's Day, he will draw. Um, he'll get these like brown paper like lunch bags basically, and he'll draw us this. Like he'll just draw us all like me and my siblings pictures and like put candy and stuff in it, and he still does it to this day, even like 20 years later. And I kept them. I can find them in a second here. Yeah, I love man. This stuff is so cool. It just has so much style. Like his neck is so skinny. you know, it's just a shame that this stuff doesn't really get made that much anymore. W Dad, yeah, my dad's really cool. He's a big kid, and I he definitely inspired me a lot to do this type of stuff. Yeah, I'll grab it in a sec. Let me just finish drawing Nigel here. Number 1. He's got these big glasses. Yeah, this stuff just had so much. So much style, so cool. I think my favorite part is that they just express stuff without really worrying too much about like sometimes I feel like when you're trying to do realism and stuff like that, or even even if you're just making like fine art and stuff, you're so worried about how things look and how people are gonna perceive it, and they're like, I'm just gonna draw this how I want to, and it's gonna look cool regardless. I just think that's so cool. And they have these big ears too that I can't forget about. And then his eyebrows. Yeah, so dope. Well, you were inspired by Cory Walker at some point. I don't think I'm familiar. I'll have to look it up. Oh, wait, it's like this. Yeah, I can tell this pen is dying, unfortunately. But that's okay. It's a sign of a lot of work being put in. So I'm cool with it. Bro just has the biggest shoes ever. Art is about creativity. Don't let people judge. Yeah, true, true, true. And I feel like that fear and like letting go of that stuff is like crucial to an artist's journey. Just make the stuff that you like, and the rest will follow. Like skill and all that stuff, like that'll just come with time, and like you'll naturally like adjust and learn how to like make things like look better, and kind of how you want them to look. Ooh, okay, kind of mess up this sock a little bit. No, my pen. Let me finish drawing Nigel. That's how it should have looked. Oh, one sec. Yo, I'm back. Um, no, my pen. Well, that's my Nigel for you. Oh man, it's a shame that my pen's gonna die. I'll have to get a new one. Let me see about finding my dad's drawings though.
Yeah, I found them. Um, Here's one that my dad drew. Looks awesome, but you need to stop going off the rails and focus on the toads. Hey, true though, true. True. Last tangent, and then we're clocking back into the toads. But yeah, this is like Judge Dredd. I'm pretty sure. And then this one might not show up too well. This is just like a drawing that he did. I don't really know what it is of, honestly. But he did that one, and then this is one of my favorite ones that he did. This is Nightcrawler. So cool. Like, this is literally so cool. But yeah, isn't it? Every year he gives us these, and he draws them for like all my siblings too, so they all have their own too. I felt like I had more, but I don't know where it is. It might be like in my attic or something like that. But yeah, you're right. We do need to get back to the toads. You're right. Oh. Yeah, this pen is dying. I think this ink is probably out. I just ordered more, but they're not coming in until I think like... Oh, yeah. Yep. I should have just ordered more earlier. I kind of knew that I was going to need more with how quick I went through them. But it is what it is. I feel like this pen does not last nearly as long as this one does, because I've had a couple of these. In fact, I actually think I have one that's open, so I'll just use that. One moment. I just feel like these other brush pens haven't performed as well. Ugh. I never had that. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I'm very fortunate. I'm very fortunate to have him, and like honestly, as sad as it is to say, sometimes I feel like I know what you meant. I know what you meant. As sad as it is to say, I feel like sometimes it's getting kind of rare to see like a really tight knit, close family. And I'm very fortunate to have them. It's just yeah, very very lucky. My mom is also really close. Me and my siblings are all really close. We all really like each other and talk and everything, so it's really good. Dang! This thing is getting hard to turn around. I'm trying to go through all my old sketchbooks, like all the old sketchbook paper. So this has like stuff from like a long time ago in it. Okay, making sure there wasn't stuff I can't show. But yeah, like this is like old stuff, and I'm like, I've been trying to go through and like finish all my sketchbooks, cause like, bro, I had like 50 sketchbooks that were just like all like, you know, not finished and stuff. So I kind of went through and got them, but I got a new one that I'm excited to. I am, bro. I am. I'm really proud of it. It's been such a blessing, such a strong foundation in my life. So, but yeah, I recently got a new sketchbook, and I'm excited to get into it. But I'm like trying to just finish everything all the paper that I have, because I think eventually I want this whole setup to be paper, and I'll get like big sheets, But for now, let's kind of wake this pen up. Yeah, see, like, I like the length of this pen quite a bit. $50, can't say. I'll say you're a digital artist. Bro, okay, what do you... I went to school for digital art, and what I learned in school doing digital art was I like traditional art. It's pretty much what I learned. What what software do you use? What programs do you use? Do you just do like Adobe and everything, like Photoshop and all that? Um, because I've been thinking about getting more into Procreate. I actually showed Stream earlier, but I'll show you real quick, and then I'll get right back to the toads. I promise. um, but I just got into Procreate and I was doing some stuff. Um, the only thing is with Procreate, I feel like I'm moving like really slow. Like I feel like I don't really have like a good grip on things. Um, but here's like a beetle I drew. Um, and then um, my dad, he wanted a shirt that was like a parody of Chick-fil-A, that said Punk Fella, so I did this for him. And um, like for my cousin's band, he wanted like a little stick figure guy, so I did this. So anyway, I've done a decent amount of stuff. I'm just trying to get into it because I'm not very proficient. Like it just that stuff takes me so long to do. When like I could, if it were like traditional, I could finish it so quick. But that just comes with proficiency. I actually have heard of that because I was researching some programs because I'm like, if I'm gonna start streaming and getting into more stuff, it could be kind of cool to do some digital art and work on some bigger projects like for my portfolio and things like that. And so I'm like, you know, I'll look into it. I'll look into it for sure. All right, there we go. Yeah, like this pen is nice, but I feel like it just doesn't the ink doesn't glide as well. I don't know. I have to see. Okay. I'm gonna draw some toads. I probably got another 25-ish minutes. Originally, I was gonna stream for like another hour, but I was just informed I gotta do something, so I'm trying to be here I'm gonna be here every single day. And eventually I want to get to a point where I'm doing it for like 6 hours. What's my favorite Star Wars character? Okay, you got me. You're about to be so mad. I have not seen any of the Star Wars movies except for the new ones. Um, and yeah, it's uh, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Uh, my favorite movie that I've seen, which I know is probably like a bad one. Like anytime I talk to somebody in the Star Wars fandom, they're like, "Dude, you need to watch the other ones." And I know I do. I just haven't done it. But I watched Rogue One in theaters, and I really liked that movie. And Donnie Yen plays like this like monk guy. I'm sure you know his character's name. I forget it, but he was really cool. He was like this blind like monk character,
And I really like Donnie Yen because when I was a kid, I used to want to be a stuntman, and I loved watching all his like martial arts movies and everything. So that's probably what I would say, even though it's probably like a bad answer because I haven't watched that much Star Wars. But maybe this is the push I need to watch Star Wars. Because one thing I've been trying to do is I've been trying to kind of consume better, like higher quality media instead of like just doom scrolling. And in doing so, I've decided that I'm going to try and make it a goal to like watch like a lot more movies and just like stuff that really inspires me creatively. No Biggie, I'm a Clone fan, so it has to be Echo 99. Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. God, I remember I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch some of the animated. I think it was Clone Wars. I'm pretty sure it was animated Clone Wars, and I remember watching that like on like Disney XD or something like that. Yeah, I should watch them though. Cause bro, I always see edits. If you need high quality media, half Half Life games are for you. Okay, I have also seen that and haven't played it. I have actually been trying to play more video games. I just I haven't yet, but I'm going to. Um, I just recently kind of um, uh, became unemployed, so I have like a lot more time on my hands, and since I have like stuff saved up, I'm kind of trying to do this whole art thing, make make more of a name for myself. And now that I have more time, I'm like, you know what, I should like play video games that I kind of always wanted to play, but didn't. Ooh, the this toad could use some work. I need to I need to work on that. Something like this. Kind of looks more alien than Toad, doesn't he? I try to give him a little hat. But it's okay. I work on it. So when drawing from memory like this, one thing I like to do is like I'll just finish a drawing even if it doesn't look that good, and I'll try my best to just correct any mistakes. So I'll look at some like photos and stuff and see like what needs to be fixed, and I'll just note it. That's been like a really big help for me, is like basically practicing that, like trying to do things from memory, and then when it doesn't work out, just like looking at photos, correcting it, like literally grading my work. Yeah, so they're so round that their back should actually kind of come more up here like this and down. That's why it looks so weird. Dude, I feel you, bro. Actually, my dad is a pharmacist, and he is in a toxic situation too. So, speaking of my dad, but thanks, man. I appreciate it.
It's gonna be fine. I have a really strong, supportive group of people in my life, and they make things like a lot easier. And they all support me like doing this and trying to like pursue some sort of artistic career because it's what I went to school for. And these days things are so crazy. Like you know, you could you could try something that you don't like doing and it could just fail anyway. So it's like I might as well just go all in on like what I want to do. So that's kind of why I'm here. I think I'm gonna try and draw the homie reading a newspaper or something. Yeah, like I do feel like I have more control with this pen. I feel like it doesn't like the ink comes out so inconsistently. I don't know what it is. I suppose it could be the paper. Ooh, space? Yeah, bro. I remember, bro, in college when I had, I got my bachelor's, so I like had to do, basic courses and stuff. And I remember I took a astronomy course, and dude, every day the professor just went, a supernova ray could evaporate the Earth, and we could all die at any minute, and we have no control over it. Like every day, he started every day out by just telling us a different way that the Earth could just evaporate. And like I think his rationale was that like he was trying to explain that like life's a miracle and like you should be like I don't know thankful or something like that. But like bro, it just bummed me out. And I was like, man, you gotta stop just saying this stuff to me. They recently. Interesting. Yeah, the fact that the universe is so vast and there's just so much out there is just crazy. It's like I don't know. Draw some flies around him. We're reading the Daily Croak. It's a shame that I drew this here. I really need to be better at that. One of my goals is to start making my sketches be more compositional so that it's like it doesn't always look like a sketchbook and it looks like everything's just like an illustration. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm at. It's like something I'm trying to work on. But maybe I just need to be slower with this pen. Bro, do you have a favorite comrade? Do you have a favorite planet? Mine was like Neptune always, because I had to do like a presentation on it. I was like, oh man, this thing is so cool. Plus, blue used to be my favorite color. It's now orange, but um, like I I remember we used to all the like images that I used to see were like the really deep blue ones, and then didn't it just come out recently that those were all like really saturated and like a more accurate image came out and it's like kind of grayish. It's kind of just has like a blue tint. I'm pretty sure that that was the case. Yeah, true. The rings are super cool. Oh, yeah, I feel like this pen is also like about to die, or I don't know, I can't tell. But yeah, one thing I want to do is I want to keep all of these sketches and like organize them. I gotta make note of that. I don't know if you have this, but I have like this really toxic trait of just throwing all my art away. Like especially from school, I just was like such like a perfectionist and I didn't feel secure and I just would throw all my stuff away. Like and there was even maybe some like good stuff too that I just tossed because I don't know. I didn't feel good about it, so I don't know. I want to try and keep stuff, even if it's not good. Just to have. Yeah, bro. That's crazy. It's even it's even like scary to think about like what it would even be like to experience that, you know? You just get like spaghettified. It would be crazy. Oh, I know. I think I'm gonna draw more frogs with hats. I've got 7 minutes before I probably gotta end stream. So challenge is to draw a frog with a hat. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think I'll do something like this. Can relate. My digital art library has so many blank. Yeah, bro. It's but I don't know. I've been thinking about it lately, and I'm like, I think it might be important to just see myself grow and stuff like that. Like see how far I can go and all the things that I learned and all that good stuff. I think it's okay to have stuff that's not perfect. Like it's gonna take some time, but I'll get there. And yeah, my digital art library. I mean, that one is crazy too. I just got into it and I already have like blank projects. Gave bro a baseball cap, a little trucker cap. Yeah. I feel like I used to wear a lot of hats, but I don't really wear hats that much anymore. I used to have like a hat collection, but I kind of stopped because I don't know. I feel like I look weird in hats because my I kind of have bigger hair, and so I feel like when you see me in a hat, you realize that my head's not as big and it like looks weird. I don't know if you can relate to that, but nice. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Bro has a little trucker hat on, but yeah. Uh, that didn't take me that long at all. Maybe I'll keep doing some more. If I got 5 minutes, I should use them. That's that. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know if you can hear, but we're getting our siding done. You can probably hear it. It's probably so loud. Oh no. Might be a good place to end it here then. As a kid, I used to love the army and whatnot. Used to wear balaclavas. That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, I had like a bunch of like hats. I had those weird. I had that one squid hat. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, where it's basically like it's kind of like this, and it had like little tentacles that came off the side, like this, and it had these big eyes, and then there would just be me here. I don't know why I'm angry, but that I'd be wearing these hats. I don't know why I made myself so angry, but anyway, I know you can probably hear the siding being done, so um, I'll probably take off here in a second. But bro, comrade, I appreciate you being here, man, and I'm very thankful. I'm gonna be doing this every day. Like, this is my dream and passion, so I'm going to be putting in the work and hopefully posting on social media more too. I'm working on doing that. That's kind of the next phase that I'm gonna get into. But I will be here every day and for hopefully a little bit more time because I definitely still have a bit more focus in me, so that's good. But yeah, I definitely want to get even more drawing in and keep moving. So, but yeah, your support and everything means a lot to me. And like I said, I will be here every single day, same time, like streaming 6 a.m. to 12, well, noon. So it'll be always, yeah, bro. I appreciate you. But anyways, until next time.